Glad that this console is here. Well, this is something I did not see. Oh, that's a storage for CDs, because it does have a DVD player over there, and it's got a navigation and everything. So it's got a really nice surround system and bunch of cup holders. So there's 2 cup holders here, 2 right there, 3 in the very back, and 2 of course right here. So like 9 cup holders. But anyways, I'm gonna put a jump box on it and try to start it. Georgia! Hey, Georgia! My little princess. My little princess. You like this car, доча? Машинка нравится? Хм-хм. Что? Okay. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get my jump box and see if I could actually get it started. Negative. We don't want that. Sometimes you could put the key slightly like in, you know, and it will start. Like I'm talking about, like when you're twisting it, don't twist it all the way. Just twist it almost all the way, and this could engage when the ignition is bad. So nothing's going on. In this situation, what I could do is stick a screwdriver basically onto the terminals and kind of like jump start it like that, and it could actually start. But I'm thinking it's just a bad starter, guys, at this situation, because nothing's happening. Whenever there's nothing happening, that usually is the case. Sometimes a shifter might not be aligned, and that also might happen. So let's try that. Anyways, let's see if we put the key in on position. Let's try to shift it. So put it in neutral, try to start it, nothing. Put it over here. So sometimes you have to push it all the way in. This is on some cars, and this will cause it to start. So nothing's happening. So this was on, so we'll have to turn that off. So yeah, nothing is happening. So guys, naturally I guess I'll have to get a tow truck to tow this for me. I have a buddy of mine that does it. Charges like $150, but he lives in my area. So one thing I want to do though, before I call him up and stuff, well actually I'll have to call him up anyways right now, but I was thinking about trying to jump start the starter with like a screwdriver, but I don't have any screwdrivers with me, which is not, you know, it's not a problem. I have like pliers and things like that. Also, you know, I just need something to touch the contacts, and I also have a wrench that I could use. And but I'm not in a like in a, I don't have the right clothes to try to go on there and try to do all that stuff. And plus, I'll still have to drive it home, and then, you know, to have a plate, and I have to have title and everything like that. So that being said, guys, it said undercarriage damage. So hopefully my engine still has oil and stuff like that. So I'll need to check all those things out. Radiator cap is missing. Like, let me show you. Radiator cap is missing. I don't know if this is a bad sign or not. Maybe it was out of fluid. Also, we have like a box over here. Sometimes these things have a safety feature where they will not start if they've been like in an accident or something. I could see this is slightly out. This, whatever this fuse is, it was slightly out. So we also have a missing fuse right here, so I don't know what that is. So I don't know what this is. Let's see if we could swap out places. Because I know we have a missing relay. I do have another Ford. Well, I have a couple more SUVs as far as Ford goes. And well, let's see if this did anything. Let's just see. Nope, that's not doing anything. So I'll try to swap out the relay and put it back. Let's see, does this say what it's for? It just has numbers, it doesn't really say anything. Hey guys, I got a 2008 Lincoln Navigator here that does not start. When you put the key inside of the ignition, it does not rotate and there is no click. One of the things that telling me is that when there's no click, that means the relay is not engaging. Therefore, possibly it's just a relay, not a starter. So I'm trying to figure out this problem, but at the same time, there's another starter type of fuse back here in this box on the passenger side. I could kind of tell that somebody already been over here. This looks slightly different unless there's a cover back here. Okay, good. This yellow fuse right here, number 20, that is another starter type of fuse. I don't think I'll be able to pull that out. I don't know if there's any type of tools in here. Sometimes you could find like a tool or something, but it looks like this one has no fuse grabber. But anyways, I must check this one, so I'm gonna grab something and pull it out. I got some needle nose pliers. Okay, let's see. That appears to be good, which is good. Let's go ahead and pop that back in there. So for now, that is good. Now we're gonna need to check underneath the hood. So here's the other box. All right. So first I need to address the elephant in the room, and that is these two missing fuse locations. So first of all, this one is not used, and this is quite obvious. There's no metal things. According to the fuse panel, it's not used. So this one here is for trailer towing. So obviously it is not going to be used as well. So this happens to be, has to do with a starter relay right here. And this one here is a run/start relay. So we have two of them. So this is for the starter, this is run/start. So this is also has to do with towing. So both of these are for towing a relay. So this relay that's for towing, it's not going to be necessary, and it looks identical, same numbers and everything with the starter relay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch them out, and I'm gonna have to turn my camera off for this because you know, it takes a while for me to pull these things out. So it took some doing, but what I did is I swapped out these, and I swiped out that one for that one, and I left that one in place. Now these two are also working relays. This is a blower relay, and this is rear window relay. So if this is a relay type of an issue, then I just replaced them. You know, if they're working relays, then we should have some luck. So I guess wish me luck. We're now inside. There's the keyhole. Got the key in my pocket. Let's get the key inside. Let's see. Nothing. Oh, I just noticed got a battery indicator showing half charge. Now the fuel. Lift gate. Okay, so I do have a lift gate open. That's why it's doing it. So 13 miles to fuel level low. Wow, there's like really like no fuel in here. So That's interesting, but it absolutely does not engage. And also there appears to be a problem with like navigation system, or maybe the vehicle needs to be running for this to come on. So something is engaging. There is a click now, and it's coming from that side. So I'm not sure if there's another relay has to do with starter motor. I doubt it, which is over there on that side. But if it's clicking like that, then it could mean locked up starter. And on another note, I want to explain a little bit about these engines hydrolocking. And I don't have any history about this engine, but one of the things that's giving it something away is this has a missing lid. So what is that telling me? So this is a radiator fluid type of thing. And apparently, I don't know, like it looks kind of like empty. Maybe slightly a little bit of fluid in there. So was it taking water before? So what happens sometimes, guys, is there's a plastic type of intake manifold, and that thing cracks, and when it cracks, it sends water to the third cylinder, and that causes it to hydrolock. So hopefully I got my fingers crossed that that did not happen, but this might be happening. So, you know, before I do anything, really I should like twist the engine over. It is quite dark right now, and this also might be just locked up, and that's why, you know, if the engine's locked up, it's not gonna rotate or anything. Guys, I was hearing a clicking sound on the inside, so I decided to take a look at the bottom, see what's going on, and this is what I've seen. The starter is actually disconnected. It's slightly out. As you can see, one of the earlobes on the starter is broken off, which gave me an idea that somebody's probably banging on it with a hammer, broke it, then removed it. But the question remains, why? Why would somebody remove a starter, give up on this car, and then just quit and without like replacing the starter? Could the engine be locked up, and this is why they removed it, to see if it's the starter being locked up? Let me know in the comments below.
How's everybody doing today? Today we have for you my 2010 Lincoln Navigator L version, which is the long wheelbase, 4-wheel drive. This truck is about as king of trucks as it gets, as far as giant dinosaur, pollution, wasteful, like always at the fuel pump, giant big monster that's just shining like crazy and everybody wants it. At least I do. Or I did. It's a great truck, don't get me wrong, and I was using it for my business to haul large things around, and I found that I don't really do that so much. Like maybe a couple times, 3 times a year, I have to haul something big, and it just almost seems like it's not worth it. But this is my wife's truck. She loves this thing. It is, you know, she feels like the king of the road, and on top of that, it's also big enough almost to haul all of her and our 2 daughters' things, and groceries and everything else, toys, babies, you know, kids, that sort of thing. Everything else, toys, babies, you know, kids, that sort of groceries. And everything else, toys, babies, you know, kids, that sort of thing. Well, anyway, so just a little bit about this truck, just to start you off with. I got it for just over 17,000 a few years ago now. And Right now, I just did a search today actually. Only two are for sale in the country with like similar condition, mileage, year, exact year sort of thing, uh, being the top of the line version that it is. There's only two in the entire country, and uh, they're going anywhere between one is like over 16.6 and the other one's 17, so it's about 16 and a half, 17,000 value still. I've had it for a few years and I got it for just over 17, so it's, as far as that goes, that's been phenomenal. Basically nothing has broken on this thing. um, Basically nothing has broken on this thing. Um, we haven't fixed anything. Just, your regular maintenance stuff. I put new brakes on, rotors, and I think that's about it. I mean, changing oil and stuff, but that's been about it. So it's been very, very reliable. I kind of figured, a Ford would be reliable, and even if it's not, I mean, parts should be fairly cheap if it's mechanical. If it's something just navigator related, like the power step that uh, welcomes you into the car every time you open the door, helps you climb in, those things are, I think, not being made anymore exactly in this design, so I think it's just being able to buy it used. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure, I never really looked into it. I just heard somebody at Ford talking about that. Somebody was trying to buy the side step, and the guy was telling them they don't make it anymore, so good luck. So we'll see about that. They work. I mean, I grease them up once in a while. I have the grease that supposedly lasts a year, the WD-40 brand, or one of the versions of that, but I do it more often than that just in case, because once these things go out, they are pricey to replace. If it's motor, the step, or everything together. Anyway, it's a 5.4 liter V8. None of this V6 with a turbo stuff that they do these days. I get it. It's miles per gallon, it's environment. I enjoy the naturally aspirated engine, the naturally aspirated performance. That's what I love about the 5.4 liter. I mean, as far as the Escalade goes, I think they have a 6.0. So that's, even cooler sounding. It's basically whatever. You're not really, I mean, I'm not really flying in this thing, so what's even the point? It's a cruiser, Slow down and enjoy life. Anyway, made it to a 6 speed, so it's not, the newest 9 speeds, but at least it's a 6. It's not a 4 like it was not too long ago. 310 horsepower, 365 foot-pounds of torque. And it has a ginormous 34-gallon fuel tank and gets about 2 miles to the gallon. I'm just joking about that, obviously, but it's actually rated at about 14 in the city and 20 on the highway. So, I mean, it's not hybrid numbers or anything, but I'd expect less, I would say. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So, because this is my wife's car, you find a whole bunch of a big mess in this thing. Stuff like this, the car seats, and the every little other thing, like your kids' hairbands, clips, food that who knows what year it's from. I had to clean it out before I could make this video, and that was like a couple hours ago. So 20-inch wheels, full chrome package everywhere. couple custom editions.
Ford F-250 Super Duty. It's got the 5.4 liter Triton. It's been a great motor, and the guy that I bought the truck from, he's had a number of things done to it over the years, but basically what happened was I was driving it the other day to work and started to develop a miss. Well, this is pretty typical with these particular motors. They've all gone to this new system, which is a independent coil system. Basically what that means is just that each cylinder has its own coil.
It's a little rough. We'll probably be doing a lot of cosmetic stuff on this, especially on the inside. I mean, you can see like scratch paint there on the bumper, and it's got cosmetic things all the way around it, but it runs rough, and it's not throwing a misfire code, so we got to find out what's going on. Now it just has started popping a code for P0201, or I'm sorry, P0202 and a P0207, which is your injectors. Now we're fixing to find out what's going on with these injectors, why it's throwing that code. You see these new cool packs here. I've already done the cool packs. Didn't take a video of that because it's literally, you see this one bolt here. That's all it is. You take that bolt out. It's an 8mm bolt. You remove it. Of course, you take the power plug off of it, slide the power plug off of it, and take that bolt out, and then you just remove the cool pack. It's a coilover plug, so it's very simple. That's all there is to it. You take the old one out, slap a new one in there, just like you would put a new spark plug on, and put your power plug back on there, and put your bolt back in there, and you're done. Of course, it gets a little hairy back in there. It's another reason why I didn't take a video, because especially the ones in the back, 2 on each side at least, you wouldn't have been able to see anything anyway. But it's so simple that you really don't need a video on that, and if you do, there's plenty of them on YouTube. That was just a really simple thing to do, so I just went ahead and threw all new cool packs in here. I doubt it needed it, but you know, this thing's got 200 something thousand miles on it, and I know they were the original cool packs. At least it seemed to me. Another thing to note too is that this is a 2008 Explorer, and in the 2008, before 2008, they had the problem with spark plugs getting stuck in the engine and breaking off. In 2008, when they changed that, so when you pull these cool plugs out, the way to tell which one you have is if you have a black boot on the bottom of that cool pack, then your spark plugs are probably going to break off. You know, unless somebody else has changed them and put some anti-seize compound on them. Now, if you pull this cool plug and you find a brown boot on the bottom of it, then you're fine, and you shouldn't have that problem because they had already changed the design of the spark plugs. So I got lucky. Mine had a brown boot on it. I did pull a few of these spark plugs just to check them. Looks like somebody changed them not long ago, so we were all good as far as the plugs and the cool packs. So now, you know, I'm gonna check this out with the injectors and see what's going on with them. Like I say, I'm sure these are the original injectors, so we may end up having to replace them. I'm hoping we can just clean them, but we'll find out here shortly. So I just wanted to show you, this is what the cool plug looks like. That's what you were looking at underneath the hood, and this is what it looks like when you pull it out. And that's the brown boot that I was telling you about. So if that boot on your vehicle is black and it's 2008 or prior, then you're going to have a spark plug problem, and you need to look up another video on what to do about that. Luckily, like I said, I had the brown ones, so I got lucky, and my spark plugs are good. But this is what it looks like once you pull it out, and I've already replaced those. So I bought this as a run and drive at the auction. I objectively may have paid a little bit too much for it. The only thing I could think of when I bought this was, you know, well, the resale value is about $6,000, and that's true. But the thing is, you know, you got this, whatever's going on with this engine right now, which hopefully is just the injectors. It's probably going to need tires. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not good. You can see the headlights are a little fogged up. Not bad, but they'll need help. There's going to be a bunch of paint repair on this thing. I mean, they're small spots, you know, but they're there nonetheless. Like I say, these tires aren't, I mean, that one actually is pretty bad, or kind of bad. But, you know, as you can see, there's paint spots, and, you know, it need a good wash and a good detail. You know, not just a wash, but a good detail. It needs to be buffed, and the interior is what I wanted to show you next, because that's kind of where I get into the money, depending on what I do with the car. Because, you know, you got tore up driver's seat. Now the back of it actually looks really good, but the bottom, it's no good. It's got a rip in the carpet there. You got faded plastics, worn out plastics throughout the car. A little on the vent there. Here on the center console, I already took the cup holders out because they were pretty bad. Typical for the armrest, but still, it's there. You got this part of the seat here that's, you know, the clips are broke off of. Again, peeling back seat here. The rest of these back here are actually good though. It's got the DVD there, but somebody has shoved some paper in there for some reason, I guess to try and keep it tight, but really what needs to happen is it needs to be screwed back in there. I'm gonna work with that, get that fixed. The air conditioning works great. It's got rear air, it works great. It's got automatic doors, automatic sunroof, they all work great. So really it's up in the front where you can tell that, close this. Really it's up in the front where the driver and the passenger has been in and out of the car multiple times. There's more paint repair. Yeah, I mean these tires, I'm gonna have to put a set of tires on this thing. But you can see passenger seat as well. Of course the passenger side's not as bad as the driver's side because of course driver obviously is in here more than anybody else. There's more plastics that's gonna need some repair, so we'll actually I want to make sure that I get these injectors in and that the car runs great before I decide what else to do with it, because if I want to get it to that $6,000 mark, then I have got to fix pretty much everything. It's going to have new tires. All those plastics are going to have to be fixed. Those seats are going to have to be fixed. It's going to have to run like a dream, which I won't sell it if it don't anyway. I'd send it back through the auction if I couldn't get it fixed. I don't sell cars like that. If I wouldn't put my wife or daughter in it, I'm not putting anybody else in it. So, but anyway, more paint stuff there to be done. So that's where we're at with the car now. I'm gonna go order the injectors right now, get them sent here. So in the next video, I'm sure that's what we'll be doing, is injectors, because I want this thing running right before I decide what I'm doing with the rest of the car and how much of this other.
it.